There was a time when gods walked the earth, when warriors were heroes. Their battles and conquests became legend, and the legend lives on. This is the hour of the Gladiators.
Prepare yourselves for a night of more heart-stopping action in Gladiators. And here they are. Delta, Condor, Vulcan, Storm, Rebel, Cougar, Tower, Flame, Cheetah, Taipan, Blade, Fury, Hammer, Predator and Commando. And here are our hosts, Mike Hammond and Kimberly Joseph.
Wow, good evening and welcome to Gladiators, where we are proud to have the best bodies in the business.
Yeah, absolutely. These gladiators are super fit. There is not an ounce of fat on them, and they've got muscles that you could break rocks with.
That's right. Now, we also get a lot of fan mail asking just how they keep so fit and look so good.
Unfortunately, there's no easy answer to it. It's really just clean living, a good diet, lots of exercise.
Okay, clean living, lots of exercise. So what would a gladiator have for dinner?
That would have to be challenges, wouldn't it?
I guess
Absolutely.
so. Well, let's see who's on the menu for this evening. Please welcome our first two challengers, Kathy McMorrow and Claire Sudrin.
Kathy earns her living as a stunt woman in TV commercials and movies. Kathy's also an Olympic gymnast and Hapkido expert. Claire is a water ski title holder and competes in triathlons. And to her three young kids, she's a super mum.
Ladies and gentlemen, Claire and Kathy.
Hi, Claire. From WA, and you've got the whole family with you here tonight. I can see them over there with the sign Perth's Power Mum. So tell us about the family. How many kids?
I've got 3 girls.
What ages?
7, 2 and 9 months.
9 months?
9 months, yes.
You had a baby 9 months ago, and tonight you're on Gladiators?
Yep.
Wow. What's the name of your little 9-month-old baby?
Her name's Catherine and she's over there in the audience.
Well, there she is, and you can see it. Yeah. You did something, what, you went into your first triathlon 3 months after you?
Yeah, about 3 months.
Wow, so you really are Perth's super mum or power mum. All the best tonight and good luck, Claire. Well done.
Now, Kathy, tell me, you're a stunt woman. What sort of work have you done?
I've been doing it for about 10 years, so I've done a whole variety of different things.
And you've also done commercials. You've been in Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was a Kimberly double.
Oh, were you? My double.
Well, it involved a lot of different things, like different creatures I doubled for. And
Well, that sounds exciting. Now, you've also been in the Olympic team for gymnastics.
That's right, back in 1980, so it was about 15 years ago.
Now, you've said that even though you've got all these achievements under your belt, that you lack confidence. How can that be?
I can't believe I said that. I just hide it well, I guess.
Well, let's hope you've got a lot of confidence tonight. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our female competitors tonight, Kathy and Claire. And now it's time to welcome our male challengers. It's Scott Brewer and Jonathan Dunn.
Scott is a dancer and champion springboard diver who first got into shape as a soldier in the Australian Army. Jonathan is a real estate sales manager from Victoria. He's into triathlons, squash, cycling and Aussie rules.
Scott and Jonathan.
Scott, looking confident. Welcome to Gladiators.
How are you, Kimberly?
I'm very well, thank you. Now, I understand you're not just a dancer, but you're also a trainee stuntman.
Yes, at the moment I'm trying to expand my field.
So would you like to break into acting?
Oh, most definitely.
Well, it's not a bad way to go. Now, you've also been a soldier.
Yes, I spent 4.5 years in 3RR, which is an infantry battalion based in Holsworthy, Sydney.
So do you have any weaknesses at all?
None that I've come across yet.
Okay, well, we'll see how you go tonight on Gladiators. Good luck.
Yeah, good point.
Jonathan,
yes.
We should talk about your sporting prowess. Now, a funny thing happened to you once playing a game of footy with your brother. You should tell us about that.
Yeah, I was in a park playing football with my brother, went to take that special mark and leant back and got run over by an old granny and driving a Volvo. So.
Was she wearing a hat?
I didn't bother to look. I was under the car.
I'll tell you what, you might be run over by a gladiator tonight, so we might see history repeating itself. If we go through the old strengths and weaknesses, what do you reckon your strengths are?
Probably getting this far tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Any weaknesses we've got?
Getting over a chocolate addiction, I guess.
A chocoholic. So there is hope for all of us, right?
I guess so, yeah.
And what about ambitions? What sort of ambitions have you got?
Well, I don't like being told what to do, so I like being my own boss. So I was sort of a managing director by the time I was 27 in my own business, so I was pretty proud of that.
So you're pretty headstrong, so we're going to put that to the test tonight with our gladiators. Good luck.
Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Jonathan and Scott. Go for it. And now let's welcome our referee, Mike Whitney.
Good evening, folks.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Kimberly. How are you, Mike?
Very well.
So,
a couple of
tell us.
headstrong challenges there, I think.
Well, I've seen the challenges out the back, and those guys are pretty amped up. So are the girls, but I just had a quick look in the Gladiators room too, and they're pretty fired up. So I think we should see some great competition.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward
So we'll
to
be looking forward to a good challenge tonight.
it should be fantastic.
Fabulous. Thank you, Mike. So let's get right down to the action. Please let the games begin.
And we're all set to go. Forget league, forget Aussie rules. This is the ball game of the future.
Powerball.
2 points for every ball in the outer baskets, 3 points for the central goal basket.
It's time to try and get some points on the board for our female challengers, Claire and Kathy, and doing their best to stop them. Our gladiators, Fury, Rebel, and Delta.
Challengers, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready?
So all is in readiness now for the start of the women's Powerball.
2,
Kathy
1.
in the red, Claire in the blue, and away they go. Oh, 2 early points out of Kathy. Good work. Listen to Kathy's impressive list of stunt work. Power Rangers, Police Rescue, and Phoenix. As Claire gets 2 points. The mother of 3 from WA runs away and gets 2 more. This is great work from the Super Mum. If you reckon looking after 3 kids is hard, imagine coming up against 3 gladiators. Kathy, 2 more points. Kathy was an international gymnast in the 1980 Olympics. Both women brought down. New balls needed and they'll re-enter the battlefield. Just on 20 seconds to go now. Kathy runs away, there's 2 more points. Claire's brought down with a big tackle there from behind. Kathy now awaits, couldn't get the ball off for 2 more. It's still very impressive scoring here from both women as Claire gets 2 more points just towards the end. Only a few seconds left, a big dive. Kathy took a tumble at the end. Hard to believe, this super mum had a baby 9 months ago and here she is mixing it with the best and scoring. Kathy also did well. A new ball here, a balk to the right, the left. Mel Meninga would have been proud. 2 more points there to Kathy. And Claire just brought down on the last tackle. She did a great job, and so did Kathy. They scored well.
Well, how was that for an introduction to gladiators?
Very good. Fell a lot longer than 45 seconds.
I tell you, and those hits are hard, aren't they?
That was fun. I loved it.
Now, both of you went to the floor pretty heavily there. Those gladiators certainly work hard and make you work hard.
Yeah.
Any techniques?
Just try and dodge them, hey. Just get around them.
So after game 1, Kathy has 8 points, Claire has 6. Next, men's Powerball with our 2 new gladiators, Predator and Commando. Predator, 28, 6'3", 114 kilos. He's a self-defense specialist. While Commando is 27, 6 foot tall, 94 kilos. A Green Beret Commando who's a specialist in hand-to-hand combat.
The men are next up in Powerball and they're about to take a pounding. Jonathan and Scott will take on the might of Commando, Predator and Hammer.
Challengers, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready?
Mike Whitney about to send him on their way in the guys' Powerball. Scott in the red, Jonathan in the blue gets brought down early. Scott with the dive, yes, 2 points. Scott's a springboard diver, and he took one there over the basket. Nice one. Jonathan now comes through, he was double teamed. Now Jonathan enjoys a game of Aussie rules, and where he comes from, that's definitely holding the man. Let him go, Commando, he does. Scott now coming through, Jonathan with a new ball. Can he get 2 early points? Yes, good job there, Jonathan. Scott running down now, looking to assert his power. He's brought down with a big tackle. Jonathan also brought down. This is a very tough game of Powerball. Just over 20 seconds to go. Guys will get new balls. Scott had some army training. He's used to going through a minefield, but what about this? Oh, Predator just throws Jonathan right over the fence. Blow the whistle, Mike Whitney. Stop this game.
Relax, relax.
Well, relax they can, but I don't know if Jonathan can relax. How's this from Predator? We mentioned Jonathan loves a nice game of Aussie rules. Well, this is a fair push in the back, and it's either a free kick or a penalty. Whichever way you want to take it, the ref's not too happy. Well, Predator now has established himself as a tough man of the Gladiators, and that's fine by me. Jonathan's not too happy. Hammer trying to console him. I saw him complaining there to Mike Whitney. Well, we'll see if anything happens here very shortly, but I wouldn't mind seeing it again. And here it is. New ball for Jonathan. Here's the push in the back. In my book, that's out of bounds.
Wow, those were some of the biggest hits I have ever seen in my life.
I think I upset someone.
I think you may have too. Now, before we go any further, I think we'll just check with Mike Whitney.
Okay, my assistant referee, Neil, and myself have had a discussion over to the side. We've made the decision that Predator continued on with the attack outside of the boundaries of the playing area.
Which is not allowed.
Which is not allowed. So our ruling, therefore, is Predator is out of the game. We still have 10 seconds left on the clock.
10 seconds, get to it. I hope you're not too exhausted.
So we've got to restart.
Out of the game, Predator. Hey!
Predator's out, Commando, Hammer left, and away they go again. 2 points there to Scott. 2 points to Jonathan, a great start. 5 seconds to go. Scott, 2 more. Jonathan, what a fly. Makes up. Well, that little push over the boundary line before, he got his 2 points at the end.
Wow, that was a lucky 10 seconds. You both managed to score 2 more goals.
Yeah, it was great. I actually got a bit of a let-up then.
You certainly did. You're both neck and neck right from the start. 6 points each. Fantastic. Now, Jonathan, you lost a shoe. You went over the edge. That was a bit of action for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, great introduction.
You both scored yourselves 6 points. Fantastic effort for the first game. Welcome to Gladiators.
So what a baptism of fire. Both Jonathan and Scott, 6 points each.
Mike, this is a game they all want to play.
Yeah, but our Gladiators want to play for keeps. Coming up next, swing shot.
Anyone who says Gladiators is easy needs their head examined by me.
Gladiators. Gladiators.
Hi, my name's Claire. I'm from Perth and I'm a mum. I have 3 girls, aged 7, 2 and 9 months. And my husband's very sporty. He was going to originally try it for Gladiators, but couldn't. So here I am. Kids my whole life. In fact, some of my daughter's schoolmates sent me in these posters. Here's Hang Tough and here's Jewel. A lot of women think that when you become a mum, your sports life's ended. Well, I'm here to prove them wrong and me right.
Well, Air Traffic Control had better issue a collision warning because the Gladiators are ready to fly in
SWINGSHOT. 3 points for a red ball, 2 for a blue, 1 for a white, only if you get it back in the basket.
Trying to gain points are our first 2 female challengers, Claire and Kathy. And trying to stop them will be Blade and Storm. Over to you, Mike Whitney.
3, 2, 1. So away we go in the women's swing shot. We've got Storm trying to stop Claire, Blade trying to stop Kathy, but she hasn't because Kathy's got 2 points with a blue ball. Away she goes again, big bounce, there's a white one. Kathy now moves to 3 if she gets that one in, she does. We've got Claire there getting back on her podium. Kathy bounces, Storm there, trying to reach for blue. Claire, no, couldn't get it. Away they go again, they'll set themselves up. Here goes Kathy, the big bounce up for 2 more points on the blue. That's good work there by Kathy. Claire nearly got 2 points herself. Away she goes once more. Storm not doing much here on Kathy, she's got the better of her. There's another 2 points to Kathy. Bounces once more, another 2 points. This is great, she goes to 9. Claire, a chance. There's no balls left on the 1 or 2, there's only the red one. There were 3, that was better work there by Storm. Claire tried to reach, couldn't. She's up, game's over. Well, what do you think of that one? It's a tough one for both challengers and gladiators, and let me explain the rules. The gladiator can only block the challenger. They're not allowed to interfere with their head, their legs, or their bungee cord, and most importantly, the gladiator can't deliberately knock a ball off the centre pole. And here's Kathy, the stunt woman. That training really came in handy.
Wow, Kathy, I am so impressed. Are you happy with that performance?
Very happy.
I'm sure you just gained yourself a cool 9 points.
Oh, no.
Fantastic. You had such a collection of blue balls there.
I was trying for the red, I just couldn't get them.
Well, unfortunately, Storm managed to catch you. I saw you going for the red as well. Storm, she was fantastic.
I'm very disappointed, Kimberly. I know where I went wrong, and it won't happen again.
So where did you go wrong?
Bad timing.
Great timing from Kathy. She got 9, Claire 1. So after 2 games, Kathy leads 17-7.
My name's Scott. I'm from Western Australia. I study dance. I'm in the entertainment industry. I came on Gladiators because I love a challenge and sports is my life. I train dance 5 times a week, gymnastics 2 times, do springboard and platform diving. I don't have much of a social life, and when I do, I escape to the movies, and my favourite film is Superman. I'm on Gladiators because I love a challenge.
Well, we've got a 10-point difference in the female challengers' scores, and here at round 2, the guys are dead even. Let's see how long that lasts as our male challengers come up to swing shot. Let's hear a round of applause for Scott, Jonathan, and for our gladiators, Taipan and Cougar. Our referee, Mike Whitney, is all set. Mike, it's yours.
3, 2, 1. So away we go now with the guys swing shot, Cougar and Jonathan. Jonathan's in the blue, Scott's in the red, and he's got Taipan after him, and Jonathan has the first point of the match. There's a white ball in the basket, away they go again, big bounce. Scott nearly got the blue, but I think Jonathan got a white. Yes, he did, he goes to 2 points. Scott now with the bounce, Taipan right there, blocks him very nicely. Cougar did a good job there on Jonathan also. Just over 30 seconds left, we're halfway there. Jonathan leads 2-0. Oh, big lunge there from Scott, but couldn't hold on to the red. It actually nearly fell into Jonathan's arms. Away they go once more, the bungee stretches, and so does Jonathan. He gets a blue ball, 2 points, that takes him to 4. Here we go, the Gladiators have set the big bounce up. Who can get high? Nobody. I think Jonathan may have got one, I'm not sure. Yes, he did. There's another white. That takes him now to 5. The final bounce in, reckon. Nobody gets anything. Balls scatter everywhere and the whistle blows. I reckon this is the most fun game in Gladiators, the old swing shot, and if you've been bungee jumping before, you know exactly what I mean. These guys are going up 20 feet when they hit the ground, and the balls that land on the ground are dead. It's only the ones that you've got left in your hand that allow you to score.
Well, a high-scoring round there. Jonathan, you've come through. We got a final score there of 5, which takes you up to 11. Well done.
Oh, thanks very much. Hard work up there.
I mean, look at you. You're dripping wet. It is really hard work.
Yeah, I caught one in the face, but that's life.
Now, I saw you getting all those white balls, which, of course, are only worth 1 point each, but a couple of the blues came through at the end of you, which, of course, the better the score there, so that was well done.
That's all I could reach.
Yeah, those red balls are very high up, aren't they? They're hard work.
They are hard.
Well, earlier, of course, we saw you there in Powerball coming up against Predator, and Predator getting disqualified and taken out of the ring for taking you out of the ring. Yeah. You're going to come up against him again tonight, you know.
Oh, big deal.
You're looking forward to it?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Obviously, the challenge is set. Well done.
Thanks very much.
Let's hear it for our challenger, Jonathan. A great result.
So Scott gets 3, Jonathan 5 after swing shot. He bounces into the lead, 11-9.
On one end of the dog bone is a challenger. On the other is a gladiator. That's Whiplash coming up with Flame.
Gladiators.
Hi, I'm Kathy. I'm 30 years old. I'm a stunt actor. I've been doing that for about 10 years. But really, I sort of like the more sedentary life. I read and I like going to the films. And I've just started kickboxing. The reason why I'm on Gladiators is because my friend Teresa Brett was on the last series and she came second in the final. So I just want to see if I can do as well as she did.
It's raw power against brute force. Can a challenger take out a gladiator? Welcome to
Whiplash.
Drag the gladiator out of the circle and you receive the full 10 points.
First off, our female challenger, Kathy, against the strength of Flame. Let's go to Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Well, we've had one new game already, swing shot. Here's game number 2. It's called Whiplash. Now, what they've got to do is the challenger has to try and take the gladiator out of the circle. They can take any part of the gladiator, even if it's only a finger, and the challenger gets the 10 points. Kathy really trying her hardest here. She's only got 30 seconds to do it in. She's got just under 10 left. She's working her way well, but the strength of Flame is keeping her in that circle. Kathy trying her hardest, but I don't think she'll do it. There's the whistle. What a good game. Now we see Kathy here trying to pull Flame out of the white circle. That would have got her 10 points. Now the gladiators are allowed to use their free hand to balance themselves, but if any other part of the body touches the ground, then the challenger can also receive 10 points. Now I'll let you in on a little secret here, folks. This was just a workout for Flame. She's a strong gladiator, and I reckon this might turn out to be one of her favourite games. Kathy did well also.
Wow, what a game. Kathy, how is that arm?
Oh, I wasn't so good at that one.
Did it feel like it was going to be pulled out of its socket?
It was like a brick wall. I couldn't budge.
I thought you had it for a minute, Flame. You were almost on your bottom there.
She was a great challenger. Congratulations.
Well, what I always find interesting is that you don't even straighten up your arm. It's down there all the time.
Kimberly, when Flame is hot, She's hot.
And there's no doubting Flame is the hottest of the lot. And folks, don't be fooled by Kathy's accent. She's a true blue Aussie, born in Australia. She was schooled in Canada, and with a tumble like that, you've got to be proud of her.
Well, Kathy tried her hardest up against Flame, but now let's see how Claire goes. On the other end of the dog bone, Cheetah. Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So we've got Claire now up against Cheetah. Claire doing well here, getting Cheetah towards the edge, but Cheetah's strong. Claire goes round, round. Cheetah nearly fell there. I don't think she touched the ground. I'm sure if she had it, Mike Whitney would have blown the whistle. Claire now runs from one side to the other, just trying to get Cheetah off balance. Look at the determination on the face. Away she goes, she nearly got her. Claire's nearly out, but she couldn't get Cheetah. Cheetah pulls her back in towards the centre. Now Claire with the power. And Mike with the whistle, game's over. Now watch this, Cheetah with her hand on the ground. That is totally legal. She's allowed to do that to get balance. And Claire really, really worked hard. But in the end, Cheetah was just that fraction too strong. And whatever Claire did, Cheetah answered.
What a mighty effort by Claire. I tell you what, everybody was right on the edge of their seats. Almost, not quite, almost, not quite. It's hard work.
Oh, I like to give her a good show.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, bad news, I got no points for you.
That was fair enough.
Yeah, but you put on a very good fight. Congratulations. Let's hear it for Claire. Now, Cheetah, how did Claire come up as a competitor?
She was very feisty. That was a great fight. We took it to the edge all the way there. That was
I thought you were going a couple of times. I think everybody did.
The crowd cheering me on kept me in there. Thanks, guys. That was great.
Let's hear it for Cheetah.
Both Kathy and Claire, 0 points on Whiplash, so after 3 games, Kathy leads 17-7.
Scott's first up in Whiplash, and he's up against the immovable Tower. What a lucky guy. Now it's over to Mike Whitney to start the game.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Well, you reckon Scott's really got a job in hand here, up against the immovable object, the big Tower. Scott working away for Tower, just locking that elbow into the side, pulls Scott back. Whenever Scott tries to get away, Tower just somehow brings him back into the middle, and Scott really doesn't have a hope here, you wouldn't think. Maybe if Tower slips and falls, it could be all over. Under 10 seconds to go. Scott's still working away. He's really trying his hardest, and he's giving it everything, but Tower answers the challenge. No points. So look at this. Both guys using their left hand. I'd hate to see Tower if he was using his right. That's unless he's a natural left-hander, of course. If ever there was a game where weight was an advantage, then this was the game, and Tower had it all over Scott, but full marks to Scott. He tried his hardest.
Look at the height difference between these two, Scotty. It's a bit of a mismatch.
Felt like David and Goliath.
It certainly was. You put up a good struggle, though, but, I mean, this is the Tower of Power. The man mountain is a bit unmovable, isn't he?
He's a monster.
Tower, how was his fight?
In this particular game, I think weight is a big advantage. And as you can see, I got weight all over him. But we can't make it easy for him.
My name's Jonathan, I'm from Victoria. I'm a sales manager for a national building company. I'm a bit of a car nut, I enjoy racing my car, I'm in the Porsche Car Club. Why am I on Gladiators? I love action sports that are rough and tough.
Vulcan is going to go up against Jonathan. It's round 2 of Whiplash, and we'll wait to hand control of the game to our referee, Mike Whitney.
Challenger, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready?
And even Vulcan's hair's ready. So we're ready now to start game number 2 of the guys' Whiplash. We've got Jonathan up against the big fella Vulcan. Vulcan trying his hardest. Jonathan doing a good job here. He's running circles around Vulcan. He's trying to get Vulcan off balance, you'd reckon. With this, Vulcan could get dizzy. Will he fall? We'll soon see. 13 seconds to go. Jonathan doing a good job. Vulcan balancing himself up there. Around they go once more. From one end to the other. They're stretching the length of the circle. We've got Jonathan still working away on Vulcan. Time's out, no points. So here we see Jonathan trying to run Vulcan around in circles, hoping that he might get dizzy and fall down. Well, he didn't. Now Jonathan, the dancer, showing us the soft shoe shuffle, the old 1-2. If Vulcan wanted to lead, well, I'd let him.
Jonathan, you look like you were doing laps of the raceway.
It's just too big.
I bet you were just thrilled when they told you were going up against Vulcan, not?
Oh, well, I like how him and Predator were fighting over me, so it must be special.
Now, Vulcan, I must say, you were cringing a bit there. Tough challenger?
Nobody's tough, Kimberly. Come on, I'm just too good, man. Come on.
Oh, full of his own self.
He's a bit keen on himself.
He is, isn't he? Now, tell me, was that the hardest game you've ever played? How's your arm?
No, I think Powerball was harder.
Yes, well, I've got some more good news for you. You're going up next in Pyramid against Predator, who wasn't allowed to play Whiplash.
Oh, well.
Save the best till last.
Yeah, great.
Back-breaking work. 0 points from Whiplash. 9-11. Jonathan leads by 2.
In ancient Egypt, it's where they buried their kings. In Gladiators, it's where they buried challengers. Coming up next, Pyramid.
Pyramid. I love throwing people off the pyramid.
Gladiators.
Winners of tonight's heat take home Sony's latest hi-fi system with 120 watts of power, 5-disc player and surround sound. If arcade power is what you want, then that's what you'll get with the ultimate games console, the Sony PlayStation. And remember, it's a Sony. They'll also receive a selection of CDs from Sony Music. Runners-up tonight will take home a Citizen titanium watch, allergy-free, corrosion-resistant with a 3-year warranty. Semi-final winners will take home an Optus Freestyle mobile phone package.
The challengers may have high hopes, but the Gladiators are at their peak. Next up...
Pyramid.
60 seconds to get to the summit, 10 points if you make it.
Our female challengers are first up the pyramid tonight. Kathy and Claire will be aiming for the top. And trying to stop them, our Gladiators, Fury and Cheetah. And now to start the climb, Mike Whitney.
Challengers, are you ready? Gladiators, are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So away we go now, the women's pyramid. We've got Claire and Fury on the right. We've got Kathy and Cheetah on the left. Fury now working Claire, there's Cheetah on Kathy. Brings her down, double fall. That's Fury and Claire there on the right. Down they go, they'll start again. Kathy couldn't get away from Cheetah, threw her down. And over on the right, Fury working there on Claire. Actually, Claire's on top of Fury, pushes her down. She's still working on her there. Cheetah now again on Kathy. She's down again. Under 30 seconds to go. A beautiful flying leap from Fury. She took Claire down. The Supermum doing well. Kathy now working there with Cheetah. Now look at this. Claire's got away from Fury. Can she get up? Cheetah brings Kathy down once more. No, Fury's got Claire again. And now they come to the bottom. Time running out for the women. I don't think they'll make it, but here's a chance. Oh, Claire stumbled. That was the last hurrah. Time's out. Whistle blows. Sheena working overtime here with Kathy. Now remember, Kathy's a stunt woman, so she's used to the tumbles and the bumps and all the knocks that she received. Well, Sheena certainly gave them away tonight here on the pyramid. Down they came, right to the bottom. And higher up the mountain, Fury working there with Claire. Now the super mum really had her hands full tonight, but she must be used to that, managing 3 kids.
Kathy and Claire, I think you spent more time tumbling than you did climbing.
Well, I just wanted to hold on because it's not nice to go down by yourself.
No, it certainly isn't. So you held on to a gladiator instead.
Didn't work.
Claire, did you just break a fingernail?
Yes, look at that, Fury, thanks.
Oh, she's a tough gladiator, Fury. What did you do?
Kimberly, I'm sorry she's broken the facade. I cannot stop smiling. What a face, what a girl, what a mum.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's lovely. Now, ladies, from down here, that game just looks incredible. It's one of my favourite games to watch. What does it feel like up the pyramid?
Rolling down that pyramid, all you can see is the bottom of the pyramid. It's great. It's very hard work. She did very well.
Neither Kathy nor Claire reached the top, and their scores didn't increase. After 4 games, Kathy leads 17-7.
Well, no score for our female challengers, and there's no points difference between the guys, so a win here can mean a 5-second difference on the eliminator coming up. Welcome back our male challengers, Jonathan and Scott. And we're going to see the showdown between Jonathan and Predator and Condor. There's a rumble brewing. Let's get it started. Here's Mike Whitney.
Challengers. I reckon that's the understatement of the night, Mike. A rumble brewing. This is going to be a tough one for Jonathan. The rematch against Predator.
2, 1.
And away we go now with the men's pyramid. Jonathan and Predator on the right. Condor and Scott on the left. Scott nearly got away there from Condor, but Condor watching him. Predator now with Jonathan, brings him down to the bottom and crunch. Condor pushes Scott away. Scott back on his feet, but Condor right there waiting. He throws Scott right down. Same with Predator there with Jonathan. Here goes Scott once more. He's got a bit of a break. Is it enough? Condor chases and he's caught. Predator now with Jonathan, keeps him down there. Good little tumble there from Scott, got his balance straight away. Predator now with Jonathan, he's got a break there. Predator and Condor and Scott throws him down. Predator with Jonathan, takes him down also. Oh, rubs his face right into that side mat. And I don't reckon Condor's any friendlier with Scott. Look at this, he's got him in the tackle. Down he goes. Time running out for both the guys here. Predator working overtime again there on Jonathan. Condor the same on Scott. Whistle blows, no points. One of the toughest games of pyramid I've seen. Scott trying to get away from Condor here on the left, and over here Predator and Jonathan. Well, Jonathan was caught by Predator. They rolled down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Over to you, Mike.
Hard work, hard work. It was a crucial point there. Someone needed to score some points to try and get an advantage in our next round, the eliminator coming up. But of course, you guys are neck and neck. Still, you fought it out, right?
Oh, I felt like a little mouse and he was just coming down for me.
I was watching Condor. He was actually just picking you up and tossing you down, all right? The game was a bit different, Jonathan, between you and Predator. Predator got you in a body hold and rolled you to the bottom.
Yeah, he's like a Mack truck, isn't he?
He seems to have had a bit of a change of heart too. We were expecting a real rumble there, but you fought very fairly.
That's what Gladiators is all about. It's fairly hard. It's a hard sport. Jonathan's been up against Hammer, Commando, Vulcan and myself. That's over 500 kilos thrown at him all night, and he's still here. I think he deserves some congratulations.
Jonathan definitely deserves congratulations because he goes into the eliminator leading by 1 second.
Our challengers have gone up against our Gladiators 4 times tonight, and it doesn't get much tougher.
Oh, yes, it does, Mike, because coming up next, it's the eliminator.
Hey, kids, don't try this at home.
Leave it to the Gladiators.
Gladiators.
two lucky winners of the final will drive away in Hyundai's luxurious flagship, the Sonata Levant. With its 3-litre V6 engine, the Sonata has leather trim, cruise control, electric sunroof, power windows, central locking, ABS brakes and an airbag for added safety.
Eliminator.
The winner of the Eliminator goes through to the quarter-final. Kathy starts the giant obstacle course with a 5-second advantage.
Well, the final test has come for our two female challengers now, Kathy and Claire. Tough work still to come. But Kathy, you've got a 10-point lead, which means you get a 5-second start. Does that make you feel a little more confident?
Well, yeah, it definitely does.
But we've seen in plenty of other rounds in the Eliminator that anything can happen.
This is anyone's game.
How about you, Claire? I mean, 5 seconds can mean nothing when it gets to the travelator right at the end there.
Well, I've come this far, so I'm going to give my best shot.
All right, we're all set now for our female Eliminator. Let's go to Mike Whitney.
Adrenaline pumping, tension rising, let's go! So Kathy now starts off with that 5-second advantage in the Eliminator. Oh, nearly fell into the second hurdle. Through she goes, and here comes Claire now, right behind her. Kathy, up to the rope climb, up the top of the platform, there she goes, she's onto the hand ladder next. Across she goes, two at a time, good tactics. Claire just coming up the rope climb now. Kathy with a good little break as she goes across the rolling log. Steady, cargo net, she'll go up that nice and quick, you'd reckon. Claire now still working away on the hand ladder. Kathy now, Claire still there across the rolling logs. She's coming up to the cargo, oh, nearly fell at the end of the rolling log. Up the cargo net she goes. Kathy getting a little bit stuck. Claire now coming nice and quick. Kathy's up the top. She's got the zip line next. She'll want to do a good drop here and not lose any of this advantage. She's still about 5 seconds in front. As down she comes. There's the drop. It's nice. Right on the back. She'll come across to the balance beam. Claire to the top of the cargo net. Remember this girl was a former Olympic gymnast, so she'll take the balance beam nice and quick. There she goes. She's off. Claire's just come off the zip line. Kathy had a look around to see how much time she had. She runs up the travelator and she's home. Kathy goes through to the quarterfinals. She's the winner of tonight's female Eliminator. And Claire coming up the travelator. Remember, she had her third baby only 9 months ago. The Super Monster Perth is through in 1:25.28.
Claire, come on in. What a race. What a race. The look of determination on both your faces getting up that travelator, it was just, that's just like, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get there. Unfortunately, though, of course, you had a lot of trouble making up the 5 points.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Exhausted. Oh, it was worth it to finish. Had to finish.
Claire, of course, unfortunately, we say goodbye to you there, but for Kathy, congratulations, and it's on to the quarterfinals for Kathy. Let's hear it for Kathy. Well done. And now, of course, we have to see how our men go in the Eliminator. There is a 2-point difference, which means a 1-second start. Here's Kimberly.
Well, here I stand with Jonathan and Scott. Jonathan, you're looking a bit edgy, nervous?
Oh, yes.
Scott will be a bit of a handful for you, maybe. Scott, he's got a 1-second start on you. You going to pull any flash moves on the floor?
Oh, I'll just see what happens, eh?
Okay, well, don't give too many secrets away. Guys, I'll see you at the end of the Eliminator. Good luck. Mike Whitney, let's start the Eliminator.
A 1-second advantage here to Jonathan at the start of the Eliminator. This is going to be a close one. Both guys are great athletes as they both basically start on the same whistle. So through they go now up to hurdle number 3. Neck and neck as they go through up to the rope climb. Remember, the Eliminator has changed a bit for the guys. They've got the hand bike next. It's harder than the hand ladder. As they come across now, Jonathan still just in front, but we've got Scott closing in very fast on the outside. They both hit the rolling log. A big jump there from Jonathan, and up the cargo net they come. This is neck and neck, anyone's game. Scott's made up the difference. He's actually hit the lead as he comes to the top of the cargo net. Up he goes. Scott's had the army training. Jonathan, the dancer, so he's quick and nimble. This is still close. Scott down the zip line, he drops. Jonathan also. It's still neck and neck. Scott now, he has to negotiate the balance beam. Will he do it nice and easy? Jonathan starts to pick up the pace on the outside. Scott's off, the travelator, up he goes. It's quick, it's fast, but he's home and wins the men's Eliminator. Jonathan still working on the travelator. He's come down. Second shot here. Up he goes. Will he make it? No, just comes down at the end. Well, this is heartbreaking because Jonathan's put in a great effort all night. We'll see him go up the third time, I reckon. He'll put everything into it. The lactic acid is really built up in the legs. This is a tough run, but when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and that's what Jonathan's done through in 1:38.
Wow, what a race. You were neck and neck. We haven't seen anything like that before. That was just fantastic. Are you puffed? Could you do it again?
He gave me a run for my money, I tell you.
He certainly did. Now, you were neck and neck on the cargo net, and you just got up before Jonathan, and then it was home and home. You didn't even have any trouble on the travelator.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You did, but you didn't show it.
Oh, I just kept on running. I thought, oh, he's behind me.
Jonathan, did at any time you feel like giving up?
Oh, my legs just gave way.
On the travelator, you were warned about that. I was standing there with you. They said the travelator's running pretty fast tonight. Well, great run. I think the crowd will agree. Let's have a big cheer for Scott and Jonathan.
Well, a great fight by Claire and Jonathan, and they leave us tonight with the achievement and the memory of having taken part and giving their all.
But our winners, Kathy and Scott, have another date with fate and the Gladiators. Yeah. Join us then. Good night.
Good night.
Come on, join the fan club. Send a $20 cheque or money order to PO Box 710, Spit Junction, Sydney, New South Wales 2088.